Hey everybody, it's Lego Jeff O, and I'm back here to show you not another build, but a display I'm gonna have in the Lego room. I made some wrestling figures a few videos back of some BOOTLEGO characters, minifigs from WWE, and I wanted to have a wrestling ring for them to be in for a display, but making a Lego one was gonna be more of a pain in the neck than I thought. So I figured, what if I got a little toy one that was close enough to the minifigure size that I could put them in? Well, Temu came to the rescue, sort of. This box is the box that it came in. It's all crushed. And it comes with these basically garbage figures of wrestlers. If you can see these guys, look how terrible these two are. And then the other two. I might do something with them in the future, but for now, blech. Alright, so here is the ring. I'm gonna put it down and we'll take a better look at it. Okay, and here is the ring. You got these rubber band type ropes here, and they're pretty cool. You got the 4 posts, and you got a little set of stairs. Now this thing is just flimsy plastic, let's be honest. And it's got some words on the side, like it's got smack, and it's got this cheesy world logo, and then it's got King something on the inside there. On this side, it's got top speed, and so does the other side. It says top speed, so that must be their sponsors, right? But I want to have it displayed like this because I want to see the staircase, you know. So I've got some minifigures here that I've showed off before. So let's see, I've got, let's see, we'll put Ric Flair in front. And I've got them on black base plates because the ring itself is black. Here's Hogan. The mat of the ring is black, right? So that way you might not notice it as much. And here's Macho Man Randy Savage. And we got Mr. Perfect here. And we will have the Ultimate Warrior right there. And we will put the British Bulldog right there. And we will put, I think this is supposed to be Shawn Michaels. Put him right here. Slide these around a little bit. We got another Macho Man Randy Savage right there. And we have the generic one that Lego put out. So what I'll do is we'll turn this around and get a look at it from all angles. Okay, and here is the wrestling ring. Now there are more BOOTLEGO figures out there, and I've tried to get some more, but the ones I wanted to get besides these were no longer available or not available now. So I signed up to be notified when they get more, but quite frankly, it looks like they've been out for a while. These guys are hard to come by. You used to be able to find these wrestlers on AliExpress, and that's where I got my Hulk Hogan. But now I can't find any of them. So either they stopped making them, or Vince went over there and dropped a smackdown on somebody. But anyways, look at the size of the ring. The ring is like 3 inches tall from the bottom to the top, and it's like 5 inches this way from the measurements I read. And I thought about it and I said, that's going to be perfect for these wrestlers. And look, it's pretty much perfect. I don't know, maybe the wrestlers should be a little taller, but considering they're just a bunch of toys, I think it's good. And it'll prevent them from falling out. I was going to have them wrestling and put whatever, but I kind of want them on display like this so you can get a good look at who they are. So I've got 9 wrestlers in here, and I think they all look pretty good. Again, it's not WWE, but if you bought one of these, you could always make your own labels out of an old magazine with WWE logos or whatnot. So I might do that in the future if I ever come across any WWE merchandise where I've got a logo I could snip out of a magazine or whatnot and just use some goof off and take off these lame stickers they got on there. But for now, it's fine. You know, it's a bunch of bootleggo figures and basically a bootleggo ring. Well, it's not Lego. It's just a little toy. Like I said, you got these cruddy figures here that are pretty lame, you know. This one came with just 4 figures. You can buy different sets that have more figures and like tables and chairs and stuff. And you can buy a ring that's an octagon too. It doesn't have to be the square one, but of course I wanted the square one because that's where they really wrestle, is in a square one. I've seen other wrestling shows with an octagon ring a little bit, but I never really got into those. While I don't watch wrestling anymore, I still like the classics, and these guys are basically the classic characters that I kind of grew up with in the late 80s and early 90s. I mean, in the 80s, and what was WrestleMania? 84, the first WrestleMania? You know, I was still in high school. I mean, I was like, what, 9th grade or something like that? And so I ended up watching WrestleMania at my sister's apartment back then, and I loved it. I thought it was great. But this makes a good little display if you don't really have the ability to get the Legos you need because they're too expensive. Now, the price for this ring and the stupid figures was like, by the time I was done with shipping and whatnot, it came to like $13.59. Now, that's a lot for a cheesy little ring like this. I get that. But the equivalent of making one myself out of actual Lego or bootleggo would have been more expensive. And I said, you know what? I kind of like the idea of an actual ring that's made like a toy. It just gives it a different look. I don't know. I think it works really good. Now that I've seen it set up, I appreciate it more than I thought I was going to. So I'm going to have fun showing this to my wife when she gets home tonight. And you got to let me know in the comments. What do you think? Do you think this was a stupid idea? Or do you think it actually looks pretty cool? I think it looks really cool. I mean, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Just need to get a few more wrestlers in there. I could fit another row if I tightened it up. I could probably fit another 3 figures in there with the base plates. And if I got more creative, I could decorate them around it or whatnot. Or put the whole thing on a bigger base plate and really play it up. It'd be cool to have like a Vince McMahon figure. I mean, suppose you could just use some guy in a suit. There's probably more I could do. So I'm going to have to look into it. But for now, I'm very happy with this. I think this looks really good. You can find this wrestling ring on Temu. That's where I got it. And like I said, when I got mine in the mail, the whole box was crushed. These things were knocked off the posts, off the inserts here. These posts were knocked off the inserts, and I literally had to glue them back in. I mean, they fit in fine. You can take them out if you want, but I wanted them in there permanently. So I used some super glue and shoved them in there and hit them with a hammer. So, anyways, that is the ring. I hope you liked it. And I will talk to you kitties later on. Have a good time. Bye.